Hey, thanks for stopping by Casks-n-Que, where whiskey and barbecue meet. If you love pork belly and you love brisket, then this video is for you. Today we're going to smoke a pork belly just like a brisket. So this is an 8-pound pork belly. I picked it up at Costco. Let's get to work. All right, let's get this out of the cryovac. Use a sharp knife. And we flip this to the fat cap side, so in case we happen to accidentally cut into it, it doesn't really matter. So a pork belly is going to have tons of fat, as you can see right there. Now when we flip it over, you'll see the meat, but if you look at corners like this, I mean, that is a lot of fat. So this is what bacon comes from. There's a lot of fat, and that's what makes it so delicious. But we have some work to do. As you can see here, there's some silver skin, there's some uneven parts that I want to even out for even cooking. Unfortunately, there's a bit of a gash here. That happens at the butcher. We're just gonna have to deal with it. So let's flip it back over and let's get to trimming. So today, I'm just gonna take the center cut belly, and that's what we're gonna end up slicing into brisket slices. The center cut of the pork belly is the most desirable part. So we're gonna start by just dividing this into thirds. Say about like that, and about like that. Yeah. Maybe not quite thirds, but you get the idea. So we're left with just a center cut pork belly. Now let's take a look at the fat content here. Still a lot of fat. So what we want to do is get it fat side up again and look for any weird pieces like this. Let's get rid of these little stragglers. Not gonna hurt anything at all. Try to angle your blade up so you don't cut down into the meat too much. Kind of like I did right there. That may have been too much, but that's all right. It's gonna be fine. We have a lot to work with here, and pork belly is very forgiving. Okay, that's gonna be okay. And one thing I want to do is round off these edges. I just think it looks better once it's cooked. Okay, it's kind of like a little mini brisket. So the next thing we want to do is score the fat cap. The reason being is if you cook this without scoring it, it tends to kind of fold up in the cooking process. All this gets real tight and draws in, and so that causes the whole pork belly to kind of curl up. So we're going to try to prevent that as much as we can. So the next thing is to hit it with some rub. I'm using a pepper forward rub here. Obviously this is our own brand. This is our GPS Navigate to Delicious barbecue rub. Here are the ingredients. As you see, it's black pepper, coarse salt, onion, garlic, smoked paprika, and just some other spices. I will be releasing this on a website soon. Haven't gotten around to that yet. This is pepper forward, and it is delicious. I'm really proud of this one. I've been working on this rub for a little over a year and finally got it to where I want it. And it's on the shelves at a few local stores over at Townley Pool and Spa and Crossroads Wine and Spirits, and hopefully some more coming soon. Get those edges. Want a heavy bark on this thing. I want it to be just like a brisket. Flip her over. Man, it smells amazing already. Man, that's so good. Love the smell of this stuff. Not trying to brag, but it's really damn good. Sorry, dang good. I want to give a shout out to those of you, my buddies, that have already purchased some of this. And we are out of this bottle. I have to crack a new bottle open. All right, we're going to let that sit, and we're going to get the Blaze Kamado fired up. All right, today we're going to be rolling with some Master Built lump charcoal and the old Blaze Kamado. Let's go ahead and throw some hickory chunks in. And to get our fire started, we're going to use some Bentley barbecue fire starters. I love these things, these Bentley barbecue fire starters. I know they're safe and effective. All you gotta do, I'm gonna move these wood chunks out of the way so they burn a little later in the cook instead of right when I start the fire. All you gotta do is light the corner, one of these corners on the bottom of the bag. There we go. And while that gets up to temperature, I think it's time for a snack, cold snack. All right, our pork belly's been sitting there for about 30 minutes while the Blaze Kamado got up to temp. Let's put it on. We're gonna roll fat side up. There we go. And we're just gonna sit and wait. We'll be back. All right, guys, that pork belly has been on for about 3 hours. It's time to give it a spritz. This is a mixture of maple syrup, a little bit of Cholula hot sauce, and the rest of it is warm water. Let's see what we're looking like. Oh boy. This is gonna add a little sweet and heat. Okay, we're gonna let that go for a couple more hours and we'll be back. All right, so 8 hours later, we've spritzed this with maple syrup, sriracha, and a warm water mixture. I showed you all that. It's time to slice into this thing and see how we did. All right, let's go ahead and cut these ends off. We're gonna cube these into burnt ends. Nice. Okay, there we go. That's that side. Let's get this other end. Oh. Oh my goodness, look at all that fat it rendered out. Woo, it's hot. All right, off to the side. Let's flip this over so we can get a little bit better cut. We're just gonna go into slices right here. Oh man, look at that. Look how juicy and succulent that is. That's gonna be amazing. They said that they like succulent. There we go. Check that out. Yum. All right, we're gonna bring one of my buddies on to taste test this. I'll get in there. Cook like a brisket.
Wow.
What do you think?
Is that for real?
That is phenomenal.
You like that?
Yeah, that is
Yeah.
succulent.
What else
Oh
you
my
got?
gosh.
Tender?
The rub on it is amazing.
Yeah. All right, I'm going to try to get a piece of this in between these two lovebirds. Let's see what we got here.
That is
Yeah.
delicious.
That is amazing.
Oh my gosh, Alan, why can't you cook like this?
Wow.
OMG.
It's amazing. The rub complements the pork belly. It cuts through all the fat.
It really does.
I mean, isn't that good?
Oh.
The smokiness, the crunchiness, and how tender.
Where's
And
another piece?
oh, it's just wonderful.
I give it an A.
An A?
Yeah.
What do you give it?
15 out of 10.
15 out of 10.
OMG.
Love it. Hey, it's easy to do. Just take that center cut of the pork belly, and you're going to be a rock star or something. I don't know.
You'll be something.
You'll be something. You'll be pleased with how delicious it is. Hey, if you don't mind, if you like what we're doing here at Casks-n-Que, go ahead and like, subscribe,
And smash over here.
smash that bell. Thanks for stopping by. We'll see you next time.